Hello, I'm Michelle Ogborn of Ogborn Law.
And my name is DJ Gaughan, and I'm in private practice as a psychologist in family law.
And we're here today to talk a little bit about the value of a communication specialist in the collaborative process. So I'm a big fan of you, DJ, and the value you bring to my clients when we're in a case, especially a case where the parents either have high conflict or they're not communicating very well about their children. I love how you help them not only develop a parenting plan that works for them, but you help them understand the developmental needs of their children. Can you talk a little bit about that process for you and how you help families get to that point?
Sure. Going through divorce is very stressful for parents and children. I'm saying what's obvious here. We all know that. There's challenges in particular when you're talking about younger children, teenagers, and the needs at different age levels are different. Their understanding is different. If they don't see one parent or the other suddenly or for long periods of time, especially when they're young, there's feelings of abandonment, confusion. Children blame themselves at all age levels, from teenagers down to little kids.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong because mommy isn't here, daddy isn't here, or mommy and daddy are fighting, and there's problems. So my job is to work with the parents and sometimes with the children as well in this process, and make sure that the arrangements that are being made are being done in a way that takes into consideration the needs of the kids.
Yeah, and I think you raise a really good point that often we see kids blaming themselves for the situation their parents are in, and the parents often don't understand why the kids are doing that and don't understand why the kids are misbehaving or acting out or maybe being defiant if they're a teenager. And it's one of the things I find actually adds stress to the parents in the process, where if you can come in and explain that that's developmentally appropriate and some strategies and techniques to help them minimize it, I find that it relieves a lot of stress for the family, which makes the whole process an easier transition, not only for the parents to go from one household to two, but it helps those children transition as well, and we create a win-win for the family.
Right. Even when you say to the kids, this isn't about you, you didn't do anything wrong, they don't believe you. They assume that they have responsibility for everything that's going wrong, and they're desperate to maintain those relationships. Sometimes there's a disrupted relationship between a parent and a child, and then part of the task is to figure out how that parent who's having a hard time with the kid can re-engage in that relationship and not be 100% blamed for what's going on.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's great and important. And again, why I'm a big fan of a communication specialist in the process is we can address all of these issues and make sure the whole family is taken care of, which again is something you're not going to get when you go into a traditional litigated case because the judge just doesn't have time to deal with these issues. So thanks for kind of sharing a little bit about how you help in the process.
My pleasure.